We identified 2 other people that handled and/or inspected the loaded firearm prior to Baldwin firing the weapon.
That was the sheriff investigating the shooting of 42-year-old Helena Hutchins and Joel Souza. By now, you know the gun didn't have a live round in it. And the sheriff believes more weapons on the set had live rounds in them, which begs the question, why? Several actors say guns on the set should never have live rounds. Alec Baldwin tweeted or retweeted 2 articles claiming he was told the gun was safe and that it was not thoroughly checked. If you're keeping count, the actor has now tweeted about his innocence the same amount of times he's tweeted about the woman he killed or her family who's now mourning her. Joining us now to discuss Truth Truly at Fault, Bryan Carpenter is an armorer and weapons trainer for Dark 30 Films, so he works on sets and has an extensive history and expertise in this. Bryan, is there any reason to have truly live ammunition on a set?
No, it's no ifs, ands, and buts about it. There's absolutely no reason a live round should ever be anywhere near a movie set. So
why was it there?
And that's the question that the investigative bodies out there are looking into. Speculation, could abound, but under no circumstances should it have been there. The only types of rounds that have any place on a movie set are blank rounds and or dummy rounds, which simulate the look of a real round but are not, and they have safety protocol with them as well. What the sheriff said and the idea that they had found possibly multiple rounds and possibly multiple guns with rounds is pretty hard to believe.
Do we have any understanding, and I don't need to tell you this, but rule number 1 of weapons handling, you never point a weapon at somebody that you're not willing to shoot. I would assume in movies that you at some point have to do that, or was this a mistake, and then poor weapons handling?
No, actually, you're citing one of the 4 fundamental safety rules of firearms, Colonel Cooper's rules. Whether you're a Tier 1 operations group or whether you're someone, training someone on a firing range, you follow those rules. So I always say safety is a shared responsibility. There are a lot of people here that's primary job was to make sure that those weapons were safe and the cast and crew were safe while they were being implemented. And that, falls on the armorer, props master, etc. But also anyone that you hand a gun off to should have been already instructed and trained on the 4 safety rules, and they should have understood it. And also they share responsibility in that chain as well to understand that that is a live weapon, a real weapon, and that it can cause harm. And to follow the 4 safety rules and don't point it at someone.
When people call this a prop gun, that's incorrect, correct, at the beginning of this? That this wasn't a prop gun, this was a real gun that was just used in the movie.
Exactly. Just like you were speaking of a moment ago with the safety rules, just because it looks like it's being pointed at someone on camera, it's all a camera angle trick. It's always an off angle. It's always done on any professional set that way. If it needs to be directly at camera, camera's locked off, it's remote operated. And another fallacy about thinking of these weapons is calling them a prop gun. A prop gun is either plastic or rubber, hard rubber, soft rubber, depending on what you're using it for. They're used for stunt scenes, fight scenes where the weapons are going to be banged around, hit with each other, any of those things, or for rehearsals when there's just absolutely no reason to bring out the other gun. The other side of that coin is the real guns that fire blanks, and they are simply real, and we call them realies as a slang term on set.
So I just want to be clear, is what I'm understanding from you, who's worked on number of movies and dealt with this extensively, there's absolutely no reason why Alec Baldwin should have pointed this weapon at someone, no professional reason in the course of his acting, pointed this weapon at someone and then pulled the trigger.
The harsh reality of that is correct. He should have, it begs to ask the question, had he ever had safety training? Had anyone ever trained him to the 4 safety rules? And also, again, you place a weapon in your hand, you take on a duty of safety. So no, it should have never been pointed at anyone.
It does sound like you're pretty troubled by what happened. If you showed up on a set and found live ammunition in the way that it was here, what should have happened?
If I were hired, theoretically say, hypothetically say, if I were hired and I went to a movie set and the prop master had already been there, and I did what I do normally, do a safety check of all of the firearms if they were already present before I got there, and all of the equipment, and I found a live round, immediately I would go to the prop master and say, hey, we've got a serious problem here.
Yeah.
Somehow a live round has become mixed up with all of the other props, and we would shut everything down and start from A to Z, clearing out everything and making sure that it was made safe.
Yeah. Somebody be alive today if they'd had you. Bryan, thank you very much. We'll see you tomorrow night. Thanks for watching. Click the red subscribe button below so you can get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.